morning everyone. In our last class we have done some problems related to unbiasedness. Now we'll continue with our next problems. So 5 problems are finished. Now moving on to the 6th problem. So 6th question is, here we are going to find the consistent estimators. So all the unbiased estimator problems are finished. If anything is left out, we'll discuss later. Now we'll start the consistent estimator problems. So coming to the next question, that is question 6. Find the consistent estimator. Find the consistent estimator of, so here the parameter is given as consistent estimator of population mean, consistent estimator of the population mean in the, so the distribution given here is normal with mu comma sigma square. So we have to find the consistent estimator for the population mean. So what is the population mean in normal distribution? Mu. So for mu we have to find the consistent estimator. So we don't know the estimator. We just assume that any estimator Tn, generally whenever the estimator is not known, we will just consider the Tn as the sample mean, that is x bar. So here also the estimator is not given, but we will consider the sample mean, and that sample mean will be the consistent estimator for the normal population. The sample mean almost satisfies all the properties, so that's why we will take the sample mean for the consistent estimator also. So what is given in the question? So given that x1, x2, so on xn is a random sample, random sample drawn from the normal population. Drawn from normal population. So how do you denote when any variables or sample follows the normal distribution? That means xi follows the normal distribution. It is given as mu comma sigma square. So you write mu comma sigma square only. So what does this mu mean? Mu is the population mean and sigma square is the population variance. So expectation of xi equals to mu and variance of xi equals to sigma square. Now what we have to find the consistent estimator? So let Tn equals to x bar is an estimator. We are just assuming it as an estimator. Is an estimator of what we have to find for the population mean. So Tn equals to x bar is an estimator of mu. So now we are considering this. Next, what is x bar? X bar is the sample mean, right? So that is x bar equals to 1 by n, summation I equals to 1 to n xi. Now what are the two conditions for finding the consistent estimator? Generally consistent estimator means Tn tends to theta in probability. But to find the consistent estimator, we have two conditions. So first write down these two conditions. The two sufficient conditions. The two sufficient conditions for the consistent estimator. For the consistent estimator are, so what are the two conditions? The first one is expectation of Tn tends to theta as n tends to infinity, and the second condition is what we have to prove? We have to prove. What is the condition we have to prove here? Expectation of Tn. So expectation of Tn should tend to theta. That is, what is the population parameter given, estimate given in the question? Population mean. That is mu. So expectation of Tn should tend to mu as n tends to infinity. And similarly, variance of Tn should tend to 0 as n tends to infinity. So, from the sampling distributions or from the central limit theorem, what we have supposed? So, we know that whenever the sample values xi follows the normal distribution with mu comma sigma square, we have the sample mean distribution also. That means x bar follows normal with mu comma sigma square by n. So we know that if xi follows normal with mu comma sigma square, then what is the condition? X bar, that is sample mean, follows normal with mu comma sigma square by n. So what does it indicate? It indicates that x bar value, the mean of the x bar is given as mu and the variance of the x bar is given as sigma square by n. So which implies that mean equals to expectation of x bar is equals to, what is the expectation of x bar? That is mu. Similarly, variance of x bar equals to, variance is sigma square by n. So x bar is nothing but Tn. So this indicates that Tn, x bar is nothing but the Tn value. So expectation of Tn is mu, variance of Tn, expectation of Tn equals to mu, and variance of Tn equals to sigma square by n. Now we have to prove these two conditions. So first consider the first condition. Consider the first condition. What is the first condition? Expectation of Tn tends to theta. So first, expectation of Tn tends to theta as n tends to infinity. So what is expectation of Tn? What is the expectation of Tn value given? Mu. Expectation of Tn equals to mu. Now apply limit n tends to infinity to it. As n tends to infinity, expectation of Tn equals to n tends to infinity mu. So in this term, we don't have any n terms only. So limit n tends to infinity, mu is nothing but mu itself. So therefore, limit n tends to infinity, expectation of Tn equals to mu. So we got our first condition is proved, that is expectation of Tn tends to theta as n tends to infinity. Now we will see the second condition. So what is the second condition? By using the variance. So what is the second condition? Variance of Tn tends to 0. Variance of Tn tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. So consider the variance of Tn value. What is the variance of Tn? Variance of Tn equals to, value is sigma square by n. Now apply the limit n tends to infinity. Limit n tends to infinity. Variance of Tn equals to, limit n tends to infinity, sigma square by n. So we know that if n tends to infinity, 1 by n tends to 0. So here the 1 by n term will be 0. 0 into sigma square is 0 itself. So therefore, limit n tends to infinity, variance of Tn Tn values are given, first you will write the expectation value of that Tn and apply the limit. If that equals to the parameter, first condition is satisfied. For the second condition, you will be considering the variance of Tn. So if that variance value by applying limit n tends to infinity is equal to 0, then the second condition will also be satisfied. So if both the conditions are satisfied, then that Tn, whatever the estimator we have considered, is called the consistent estimator. So here we have considered Tn equals to sample mean, that is x bar. So sample mean is the consistent estimator for the population mean in normal distribution. So in normal distribution, sample mean will be obviously unbiased estimator, and here we got the consistent estimator also. The sample mean is both unbiased and consistent estimator for the normal distribution with mean mu comma sigma square. Now we will move on to the next problem, that is seventh problem. And seventh problem also we are going to find the consistent estimator only. So consistent estimator for the Bernoulli distribution or the binomial distribution we are given. Coming to seventh question. The question is, if x1, x2, so on, xn is a random sample. If x1, x2, so on, xn be a random sample, drawn from the Bernoulli distribution. Drawn from the Bernoulli distribution. So Bernoulli distribution is given here. Drawn from the Bernoulli distribution. So we need to show that with the parameters, and the parameters are also given with the parameters p and 1 minus p, with the parameters or the probabilities, p and 1 minus p. So we have done a similar problem in the unbiased estimator. There in place of p we had theta and 1 minus theta. So then show that so the estimator is given as summation xi by n into summation 1 minus summation xi by n. 1 minus summation xi by n is the consistent estimator. Is the consistent estimator of p into 1 minus p. P into 1 minus p. So here it is given that a random sample is given which is drawn from the Bernoulli distribution, which have the probabilities as p and 1 minus p. So if it takes the values 1, it is p. If it doesn't take the values 0, the probability is 1 minus p. So we have to show that this value summation xi by n into 1 minus summation xi by n is the consistent estimator for p into p minus 1. So in this solution, what we do is, here it is a very big value, summation xi by n. If I multiply inside, I get summation xi square. So for that purpose, what is summation xi by n? It is x bar, that is sample mean. So first I will find the consistent estimator in terms of sample mean. So that will be applicable for the, if x bar is the estimator for p, then obviously this whole value will be the estimator for p into 1 minus p. Since here we have x bar into 1 minus x bar only. So first I will prove that x bar is the consistent estimator for p. So if that is possible, then summation xi by n into 1 minus summation xi by n will also be the consistent estimator for p into 1 distribution with 1 comma p. So whenever xi follows Bernoulli with 1 comma p, then summation xi. So this summation xi follows binomial with n comma p. So we know that the n terms of the Bernoulli variate is nothing but the binomial variate. So here summation xi follows binomial with n comma p. So here I am considering let t equals to summation xi. I am not this total value is tn estimator. I am just considering t as summation xi. So let t equals to summation I equals to 1 to n xi. So if x summation xi follows binomial with n comma p, then t also, then this t follows binomial with n comma p. So this is the condition we have considered, that is t equals to summation xi. Now we will consider x bar. Now I will find the expectation of t. No, I will take, so from this, what is the t value? We know that the sample mean is x bar, right? So first write down that one. Sample mean equals to x bar equals to 1 by n summation xi. So from this, what summation xi value I can substitute as t. So here x bar equals to 1 by n into t. So why I am writing in terms of x bars means we to take as a sample mean. The estimator I will be taking as the sample mean, that is x bar. Now for this x bar I will take the expectation of x bar and the variance of that value. So first expectation of, so first consider expectation of x bar. So what are the two conditions for the consistency, to find the consistency? Writing here, that is expectation of Tn tends to theta as n tends to infinity, and the second condition is variance of Tn tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. So here we are going to find the consistent estimator of p into 1 minus p. So I have considered Tn as x bar. First suppose x bar. So this can be written as, you can write directly the x bar value also. Instead of writing like this, you can write like this, that is expectation of 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n xi. So what is summation xi value? Summation xi is t we have assumed, so you can write t here. 1 by n is constant, 1 by n expectation of t. So here t follows the binomial with n comma p. So whenever a variable follows binomial with n comma p, what does it mean? Mean of t, that is expectation of t is equals to np. Since mean of binomial distribution is np and variance of t is equals to npq. So npq means variance of t equals to n into p into q is nothing but 1 minus t. Now what is expectation of t here? Substitute expectation of t. Expectation of x bar equals to 1 by n into np. Expectation of t value is np. Substitute np. N and n get cancelled. So you will get expectation of x bar equals to p. Now similarly find out the variance of x bar also. So consider variance of x bar. So that is equals to variance of 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n xi. So what is summation xi? Summation xi equals to t what is variance of t value? Variance of t value is npq, that is n into p into 1 minus p. Substitute that value. Variance of x bar equals to 1 by n square into n into p into 1 minus p. So 1n and n gets cancelled. Variance of x bar is equals to 1 by n into p into 1 minus p. Now we got the expectation of x bar value and variance of x bar values. Now we will consider the two conditions for the consistency. So what is the first condition? The first condition is expectation of Tn tends to theta as n tends to infinity. So first, what is the expectation of x bar? So here I consider expectation of x bar. What is the x bar value? Expectation of x bar value, I got it as p. Now apply limit n tends to infinity. Limit n tends to infinity. Expectation of x bar equals to limit n tends to infinity p. So since here we don't have any n values, so directly expectation of x bar tends to p as n tends to infinity. So the first condition is satisfied. Now we have to find the second condition. The second condition is based on the variance. Second condition is variance of Tn tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. So we are considering here x bar. So variance of x bar equals to, what is the value we got? 1 by n into p into 1 minus p. So if you observe here, if n tends to infinity, then 1 by n tends to 0. So where limit n tends to infinity, variance of x bar equals to limit n tends to infinity 1 by n into p into 1 minus p. So 1 by n is 0. 0 into anything is 0. So variance of x bar tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. Second condition is also satisfied, that is variance of x bar tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. So when two conditions are satisfied, what we got then, x bar is the consistent estimator. X bar is the consistent estimator of p, because we got in the first condition we can check as expectation of x bar tends to p. So x bar is the consistent estimator of p. So in question what is given? Summation xi by n. So here it follows the same sampling distribution. Same sample distribution. So if x bar is the consistent estimator of p, since x bar is continuous function, if you observe here, this x bar is the, since x bar is the continuous function, x bar is the continuous function on this value, that is summation xi by n into 1 minus summation xi by n, that is x bar into 1 minus x bar. So since x bar is a continuous function on this value, we can simply write that this value. So therefore, what is the estimate we got? P. So this value, so therefore summation xi by n into 1 minus summation xi by n is the consistent estimator, is the consistent estimator of, so for x bar we got it as p, right? So consistent estimator of p into 1 minus this is the consistent estimator. That's what we have to prove, that we have to find the consistent estimator of P into 1 minus P. So whatever the value is given, that is the consistent estimator of P into 1 minus P. So since we cannot find it directly, first we find the consistent estimator for this one. Since this x bar is the continuous function on the given estimator. So this is the procedure for finding the consistent estimator. So in the next class we will continue with the next remaining problems.